So today we're setting up OpenClaw with a completely local LLM using Ollama. That means no API costs, more privacy, and your AI agent runs directly on your own machine. If you've been seeing all the hype around OpenClaw but didn't want to depend on cloud models or subscriptions, this setup is probably the cleanest way to get started right now. Now in this video, I already have Ollama installed, so I'm not going to spend time reinstalling it from scratch. But if you don't have Ollama yet, just open your browser and search for Ollama. Download the version for your operating system, install it, and then come back once it's up and running. Once Ollama is installed, the next step is pulling a local model. For this setup, I recommend using Qwen 3.5 Coder because it generally works much better with OpenClaw's tool calling and coding workflows compared to a lot of smaller models. We're going to copy this command, paste it into the terminal, and run it. Depending on your internet speed and hardware, this might take a few minutes because the model is being downloaded directly onto your machine. Once the download finishes, we can verify the model was installed correctly by running Ollama list. You should now see the model appear in the list. Next, we'll install OpenClaw itself. Open your browser again, search for OpenClaw, and head over to the official website. Once the page loads, scroll down a little if necessary and copy the installation command. We'll head back to the terminal, paste the command, and run it. The installer will begin checking for dependencies like Git and Node.js. If anything is missing, OpenClaw will usually install it automatically for you. Shortly after this, you'll see a Terms and Conditions screen inside the terminal. Use your arrow keys to navigate to Yes, then press Enter to continue. For the setup mode, select Quick Start. Since we're using a local LLM, when you reach the Model/Auth Provider menu, select More, then use the arrow keys to navigate to the Ollama option. For Ollama mode, select Local Only. You'll then see the Ollama base URL displayed on screen. We can simply press Enter to accept the default value. For the default model selection, choose Browse All Models. From the list, navigate to and select Qwen 3.5. Next, we'll skip the channel setup for now. Use the arrow keys to navigate down to Skip for now and press Enter. You can always configure channels later depending on what you actually want OpenClaw to do. For the search provider, we'll leave DuckDuckGo selected as the default option. We'll also skip the skills configuration for now. And we'll skip the hook setup as well. To do that, use the arrow keys to navigate through the options, press the spacebar to deselect anything that's enabled, then press Enter to continue. At this point, the installer will begin setting up the OpenClaw gateway service. You'll then be asked where you want to launch the gateway. We'll choose the Hatch in Browser option. A few moments later, the OpenClaw dashboard should open automatically in your browser. To verify everything is working correctly, head down to the chat input at the bottom of the screen and send a simple message. If the assistant responds successfully, then your setup is working correctly and OpenClaw is now running locally on your machine. And that's pretty much it. You now have a fully local AI agent setup running with Ollama and OpenClaw. No cloud APIs, no subscriptions, just local AI running directly on your own hardware. Honestly, this is where local AI tooling starts getting really interesting.